Alright guys, welcome. My name is Alben. So welcome to Artery Gear Fusion. So in today's video, I actually want to talk about Artery Gear's CN tier list. So also in this video, I want to talk about this thing right here. So this is the gacha schedule of the Japanese server, and I am pretty sure that the global server will similarly match the schedule of the Japanese server. It's not gonna be 100% same, but I am pretty sure it's going to be pretty similar. But we'll not focus on the banner schedule, we'll just focus on the tier list right now. So let's start with the tier 0 tier list. There is Sirius and Alice right here that is labeled with green. The reason why they are labeled with green is because they have priority to level in your account if you have them, because they are a really staple unit. It's not to say that Clarice, which is the unit right here, and this girl right here, I forgot her name, is not staple. They are good, but as a new player, Sirius and Alice is the best bang for your buck. Why? Because they are most likely easier to use, easier to gear, and pretty much provides more value for new characters. New accounts. Why Sirius is so good is that because she basically can move again, she will get an extra turn if she crits with her skill. Alice is pretty much the same, but her skill have 3-second cooldown, but the extra turn will be given to someone, not herself, to someone. So that is why she is a really good support in this game, because she can basically make your DPS a Sirius to some extent, right? And Sirius is pretty much a really good DPS, right? One of the best DPS. And what if I make my Ghost, or for example, let's say my Melvis to be like Sirius, so that they can move again in the same turn, which is crazy. Next we have Lophelia. So Lophelia will be available on the global server. Well, this is just a prediction, but Lophelia will probably be available around 2 months after release, because the Japanese server is released on November and Lophelia right here is available on January 20. So yeah, I will not talk in depth about Lophelia, but let's just say she is a pretty staple unit for PvE, that is. And yeah, let's talk about the ratings right here. So the 3 letters right here, basically it what is the word? So this is basically the PvE ratings right here. The 3 letters right here. It represents, there we go, it represents the PvE rating. So these 3 letters right here. So this is basically the main story. I think this is auto. I think this is auto, and I think this is raids or something. Yeah, I don't understand Chinese. You can correct me in the comment section down below, but that is pretty much how this tier list works. And this is the PvP right here. So this is the PvP rating. But yeah, as you can see, Lophelia is not highly rated on PvP, but highly rated on PvE. And as a beginner, you probably should focus on PvE first, right? Next we have Morris. The reason Morris is so high on the list is that he is a healer that can provide cooldown reduction, and basically he can buff your action bar gain. What this means is that, so if you are on your battle stage, right, on the bottom, there is going to be the kind of like a bar that has your character icon. So that is the action bar. And if your character icon is closer to the right, that means your character will move in that order, right? So basically Morris can advance one character action bar with her skill, so that they can move first. So that is similar to the gain extra turn kind of skill, but not the best. It's not similar to extra turn because extra turn is just way better, but it's similar. It's kind of like giving your character a speed buff, basically, like speed buff on steroid. Next we have Chihaya. Chihaya right here is a welfare event that will be available on like global release called the Asura event. Definitely farm her. She is a staple on basically farming red content. Asura right here is going to be available too on release, right, on her events, but just a disclaimer, she will be on her top potential when she get her unique equipment, which is not available upon release. Ruri right here is a 4-star. She is a really good AoE cleaver, so she can do PvP, she can farm for your team, she can gain an extra turn when she crits with her AoE. Okay, so she is a really good unit. Roko, the reason why Roko is on a different tier than any of the units is because she is a cheese character. So how she works is that she puts a poison stacks on your enemy, and each stacks deals 5% of the enemy's health, and it can't be reduced, right? So she basically doesn't revolves around stats, she doesn't revolves around gears, so she can basically deal her maximum amount of damage without gear, which is crazy. That's why she is a cheese unit, and she is pretty much a staple unit for beginners, because usually beginners are under leveled when tackling higher level content, so Roko is a godsend for you. Ginga is the farmer for the Centaur stage or the Wyvern stage of this game, so basically that stage provides speed, and speed is really important in this game. I don't need to talk about that very much, because in Epic 7, if you came from Epic 7, speed is everything, right? And Ginga is the Wyvern farmer. Quinn right here, she is a buffer that can provide you with attack buff, defense buff, and speed buff. The most important being speed buff, so speed buff is pretty much the most important buff in this game. But if you have Alice, I would say just put her on the side and focus on Alice first, because they pretty much have the same role, which is a support unit. So yeah, Quinn, if you have Quinn and if you have Alice, definitely focus on Alice first. After you have focus on Alice, then you can focus on Quinn. Next is Nina. Nina, it will be available I think 1 month after release. So let's see. Nina, where is she? Nina, there we go. Nina event gacha, so 12th month, yeah, December 16th December. So she will be available 1 month after release. I will not talk about her again because she is a feature unit. She is not going to be available on release, so let's just not talk about her. Jessie and Yui, also a really good unit, but Jessie is for PvP, and Yui is kind of more of a balanced unit. She can do PvE, she can do PvP, but yeah, she mostly shines on PvP countering AoE team comp. Let's talk about Corex and Rosemary too, because they are a 4-star that is available on release and is a really good 4-star. So both of them are DPS. Corex scales on speed, and the speed is insane, right? Rosemary, really good stand-alone kind of unit, doesn't need that much gearing for to work because she has a lot of self buffs. And as you can see right here, the green unit right here is a welfare unit, and as you can see, welfare units are pretty good in this game. So yeah, definitely grab them. For the tier 1.5, let's not talk about the 5-star because I think they are not as important. I mean, some of them are really good. Someone like Nut right here, she is a unit that can, I think the first unit that can benefit from lifesteal gear. So a really cool unit. But 04 right here is basically a farmer. She is a farmer, same thing as Grace. So Kana right here, what she can do is that she can basically stall your enemies, so she can increase your enemy's cooldown while also reducing her own cooldown. Komachi right here is a healer that can grant you speed buff, but again, action bar the action giving action bar is definitely better than speed buff because it's just more direct buff, right? For the tier 2 and tier 3, let's not talk about them. I don't want to make this video for too long because, I mean, yeah, who wants to watch like long videos, right? It's not important. Let's just say everyone in this tier is not important. It's not staple. Sure, you can use them, definitely, but again, not as important. So if you want to know this tier list and what the units skills are, I will provide the link down below. This is a skill sheet made by someone from the Discord server. I forgot. I think it's made by Camille, I think. Yep. So yeah, I will leave the description down below. I will leave the link down in the description below. I can't speak today, holy hell. And I will leave the link for the tier list and the gacha schedule also in the description down below. And do mind that these are Japanese, so you have to translate them. But yeah, as usual guys, goodbye, have a nice day, and keep playing gacha games.